I tell everybody that is thinking about Incarnate Word or was thinking about Incarnate Word about my time there, and playing for Coach Heep was awesome. It made us feel like we were big league players playing D2 baseball. He would get us going, ready to play, but he would share a lot with us.
What's the transition been like going from, college, UIW to high school?
It's about the same as going from Major League Baseball to college. And then from college, the expectations are different. The type of athlete you're dealing with is a little different. It's more of a coaching side at this level, which is what I like. When we made the transition to Division I, the coaching is part of it, but it's all about recruiting. It's bringing in the athletes. There's a lot of travel. There's a lot of going out and watching kids play, and so I wanted to get back to getting back to some coaching stuff. And so a lot of my good friends have sent their kids through Central Catholic, and the time was right. They just asked me, "You interested?" And I said, right now, where I'm at in the stage of my life, I might be, because Division I is kind of a young man's game. Unless you're A&M or Texas, where you have all these support staff and you can, you don't have to do your own field and stuff like that. It's a pretty good gig, and plus they pay pretty good. But here, I was ready to kind of pass that torch on to somebody else that's going to spend the next 20 years at Incarnate Word.
You had a lot of success in the major leagues. Do you use the lessons you learned there to help build up your team now and share those messages with them?
Everything that I learned from somebody else. And so, I'm not making this stuff up. This is the hitting instructors that I have had. And then you've got to evolve a little bit. You've got to change a little bit depending on what kind of athlete you have and what you can do and what you can't do. Dealing with a major league hitter or even a top-level Division I hitter is a little different. You're just tweaking them a little bit and working more of the mind game of hitting. Here, sometimes you have to start over. You got to break them down, start over, and that's not easy. These guys, it takes a lot of swings to make transitions, and some of them are. The seniors, I'm not doing too much with. I'm just teaching them the basic, how to approach. Count approach is what you're trying to do every at bat, trying to be a little bit more thinking game. High school seems to be let's just play, and 2.5 hours we'll figure out what the score is. I'm just trying to get them to be a little bit more involved in the game as far as listening and playing the game, but thinking about what the situation is, thinking about what the hitting situation, just being a little bit more, I don't really know what the word is, but just be a little bit more attentive about what you're doing.
You're watching Sports2Nite, San Antonio's only nightly 30-minute sportscast with exclusive sports coverage you won't find anywhere else.